Namaste and a very warm welcome to this session. I know that we've had a lot of food for thought from the morning sessions onwards, a lot of points to ponder as educators and heads of institutions. And now what we are going to witness is food for the soul. So this session, which is entitled Unpacking the Toolkit of Success, I have the proud privilege of introducing the flute maestro, Pandit Ronu Majumdar ji. Namaste. His son and upcoming maestro, Rishikesh Manjumdar. And they are ably accompanied by Shri Ajit Pattak. This session is being conducted under the aegis of SPICMECE. The Shri Universal School has a very long and fruitful association with SPICMECE. SPICMECE is the Society for Promotion of Indian Classical Music and Culture amongst Youth. It is a non-political, worldwide, voluntary movement founded in 1977 by Dr. Kiran Seth, Professor Emeritus at IIT Delhi, who was awarded the Padma Shri for his contribution to the arts in 2009. SPICMECE's intention is to enrich the quality of formal education by increasing awareness about different aspects of Indian heritage and inspiring the young mind to imbibe the values embedded in it. It seeks to inspire youth through experiencing the mysticism embodied in the rich and heterogeneous cultural tapestry of India. One of the core values of the Shri Universal School being pride in one's own heritage and pursuit of excellence, I think Panditji exemplifies both these core values to the fullest. A little bit about the flute. The flute is a mystical instrument dating back to thousands of years back. I'm sure that Panditji will be able to help us more with the history of the flute a little later after his performance. It is the family of musical instruments which falls in the woodwind group. And it is an aerophone or a reedless instrument which produces the sound from the flow of air across an opening. A flow of air across an aperture, a hole, a nothingness can create such beautiful music. Pandit Ronu Majumdar ji, India's ace flautist, needs no introduction to music lovers across the globe. By virtue of his phenomenal talent, he and the bansuri are considered synonymous. Pandit Ranendra Majumdar, popularly known as Ronu Majumdar, is a force to reckon with in the realm of Indian classical music, both as a thinking musician and a scintillating performer. Panditji began playing the flute under the guidance of his father, Dr. Bhanu Majumdar, late Pandit Lakshman Prasad Jaipurwale, and the revered Pandit Vijay Raghav Rao. He was also fortunate to receive training from Pandit Ravi Shankar. Panditji is responsible for popularizing the Indian flute or bansuri, especially amongst the younger generation of this era all over the globe. And what better example that both his sons, Rishikesh and Dr. Siddharth, are both budding flautists following in the footsteps of their illustrious father. Panditji is considered the most respected name, and he is a style maker. He has invented a unique style of rendering the ragas, which has a good mixture of Dhrupad Gaiki and Laikari. Pandit ji is credited for making the flute a most popular musical instrument, and he is referred to as Dr. Feelgood for the Indian flute. He is a powerhouse of performance on stage, and we are waiting to see the magic unfold. He is firmly rooted in the Maihar Gharana. He has been felicitated with numerous remarkable accolades for his mesmerizing performances worldwide. He has created an enviable niche for himself in the field, and which is also exemplified by his Grammy nomination in the year 1996. Panditji has composed music for the first IMAX film entitled Mystical India. He has also accomplished the stupendous task of a massive concert of 5,378 flautists on one stage called the Venu Naad. This event was recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records. I think he needs a huge round of applause for that. Panditji has been awarded the Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 2014. He has also been awarded the All India Radio Award, the Aditya Vikram Birla Award, the Kumar Gandharva Award, the Lifetime Achievement Award by Navbharat Times at the hands of the Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Devendra Fadnavis. So we're waiting to unfurl the magic, but it is also my privilege to introduce to you Shri Rishikesh Manjumdar, a young rising star in the Indian musical scene space. Rishikesh Manjumdar has had his formal flute training from his father and guru, Pandit Ronu ji. He has also taken vocal training from his mother from a very tender age. Being born into a musical family, his parents have been his greatest inspiration. Apart from classical music, he has also established himself as an artist and composer in the field of fusion and contemporary music. A very disciplined performer who travels and accompanies his father, Shri Rishikesh has performed at various festivals, concerts, and programs all over India. He holds a BA degree from Jai Hind College, and he is currently pursuing his master's. He has won many accolades, such as the first position in the Swar Sadhana Samiti's competition for flute, and many others. Rishikesh also represents the Maihar Gharana style, just like his father, and he is adept at the Dhrupad style, Alap, Jod, Jhala, Ghatkari, and is also equally adept at Thumri, Dadra, and folk music. We are also accompanied by Shri Ajit Pattak, who is the accompanying tabla player. We can't wait to hear the magic unfold on stage. Over to you, Panditji.
Thank you. To be part of this wonderful event organized by Shri Ram School and Speak Mackay. Do you know the meaning of Speak Mackay? The full form of Speak Mackay? कोई बोल सकते हैं? मैं बताऊं? आप मेरे साथ रिपीट करेंगे? श्योर? Society for Promotion of Indian Classical Music and Culture amongst youth. That is Speak Mackay. Your principal ma'am has already spoken so wonderfully, so profoundly about this pastoral folk instrument. थोड़ा सा और इसके बारे में बताऊं? बांसुरी बांस मतलब बैम्बू, स्वर मतलब मेलोडी. Melody which comes out of bamboo is called बांसुरीली, बांसुरी, बांसुर. ओके, सुर मालूम है ना? सुर और बेसुर मालूम है ना? जो बेसुरा गाते हैं वो आउट ऑफ ट्यून होते हैं. कभी बेसुरा गाना सुना? सुना है ना? कौन है? मैं तो नहीं हूं, मैं तो सुर में बैठता हूं. आप बेसुर हैं?
आप ही बता सकते हैं.
कितना, हाउ सिंपल इज ना. He says you can only tell me whether I am besura or not. His name, do you remember? Always smiling. Eh? Say it loudly. This is, of course, as she said, thousands, most ancient and most natural instrument in the world, because there is no string like violin or cello or sitar or sarod. There is no khuti, ट्यून करने के लिए कुछ नहीं है क्या? Hollow bamboo, pure and hollow. If your soul is hollow, empty and pure, then you are the best person in the world. You have to be like a flute, hollow and pure. Right? And it was always played when there was nothing in the world. Still there was nature. Nature to tha na? If nature was there, bamboos were there. Because grass root se bamboo aata hai na? If bamboo was there, flute was there. And how the idea occurred of playing it, do you know? In the jungle, forest, when the small insects, they carved hole into it, and as the wind passes through, you feel like many people are playing. So, आदमी के दिमाग में आया कि अगर हम लोग भी इस पे फूंक मारेंगे तो आवाज आएगी. फिर ये सारे गामा को जो एस्टैब्लिश किया, वो लेट स्वर्गीय पंडित पन्ना लाल घोष. क्या नाम है? Every time you don't need to say late Pandit, just say Pandit Panna Lal Ghosh. Panna Lal, उन्होंने about 100 years ago, now he is no more, he was my father's guru. Yeah, honestly. I did not see him because I was born in 63 and he passed away in 1960 at a very young age. So he formed this big flute out of this small flute and made it like a classical, deep sound like this. अच्छा है sound? आपका sound देखो. He has more reverb. I will also get. I am talking, no, so I have switched off the reverb. Oh, so sa, first finger you lift, re, ga, ma. You must be thinking, how come out of 6 whole 7 notes are coming? So there is a science. When you all close, then only you get the pa. There is a science. Then da, then ni, and sa. Shall we just play the saregama? Both of us? 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. Is it fun to just play the Saregama, no? Is it okay if I am talking in river? The sound is mixing, or it's okay? And every time I don't have to switch off. It's good actually. No, aapka to ekdam perfect. You are perfect. Well, this is Bansuri and Tabla, such a after sitar, the most popular instrument. Today I feel like giving you little demonstration. Can I give? Tabla players, tabla is the most accomplished instrument in all the rhythmic instruments. Do you agree, Pattak Babu? Because it has a language, it has a poetry. Drum doesn't have poetry. It has only sound variation. Dik, dum, tak, like that. Tom, snare, cymbals. Here he has a language. Ta, ge, gena, tete, tete kete, dere dere, dere dere kete tak, dha tere kete tak, gen dalan da, gen dalan da, dha tere kete dere dere kete dha tere kete na kete dha tere kete dere dere kete dha tere kete na kete dha tere kete dere dere kete dha tere kete na kete. Ajit Pattak. Ajit ji is one of my most favorite and very loving, my younger brother and a maestro. Nobody agrees to me. He doesn't look like maestro. Does he look like maestro? Say yes. He's very old. Doesn't look old. I'm just kidding. So, one thing I want to say before having so much of fun, we have time conception, one of the most unique thing. I was asked this question in the Pittsburgh University when I was giving leg dem means lecture demonstration. So, what is the most unique thing about Indian music? I said, if it is spiritual, every music is spiritual. Why not jazz is spiritual, or Western classical, or blues, or anything? Of course, rock music I have to think twice. Rock and roll is different. Elvis Presley, well, I was his fan. He was absolutely amazing. Well, cutting into short, so I answered the time conception behind the formation of the rag is the most unique thing about Indian music. हमारे भारतीय शास्त्रीय संगीत में एक चीज कमाल की है कि समय अनुसार राग बजाए जाते हैं. सुबह के राग, दोपहर के राग, संध्या के राग, रात्रि के राग और वर्षा ऋतु के राग. क्या कमाल है. आज दोपहर को चांस मिला है, बजाऊं दोपहर का राग. उसके पहले आप लोग कोई भी एक राग का नाम बता सकते हैं कि एटलीस्ट मुझे मालूम तो पड़े कि राग शाहरुख खान कोई ना बोले. राग मल्हार, क्या बात है. यहाँ क्या है? राग देश, परफेक्ट. भैरवी, यहां से भी कुछ बोलिए. ओनली लेफ्ट हैंड साइड से ही सब आ रहा है. रुद्र, रुद्र इज वीणा, रुद्र वीणा है. बिम्पलास, आप म्यूजिक सीखते हैं क्योंकि ये थोड़ा रेयर राग है. बिम्पलास कैसे मालूम पड़ा? हाउ डू यू नो? करेक्ट. दुर्गा इज इवनिंग राग. सब इस साइड से आ रहा है. यहाँ पे कोई भी म्यूजिशियन नहीं है क्या? बट ये भी बच्चे अच्छे लग रहे हैं मुझे तो. आप लोग अच्छे हैं ना कि बुरे हैं? अच्छे हैं, बुरे. मैं अच्छा हूं. हम तीनों में सबसे अच्छा कौन है? नहीं 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 नहीं, ऋषिकेश सबसे अच्छा है. अजीत बाबू सबसे बड़े हैं, मेरे बड़े भाई हैं. अच्छा, मैं एक दोपहर का राग सुनाता हूं. बच्चों, एक चीज करेंगे आप लोग. आप लोग आके बजाएंगे, मैं वहां जाके बैठूं? नहीं नहीं, आई वाज जस्ट किडिंग। जब तक आलाप चलेगा, डू यू रिमेंबर व्हाट योर प्रिंसिपल मैम सेड? फूड फॉर द सोल। मतलब ये आंखों से नहीं सुनना है, कान से सुनना है। और देखिए, आपके आंख बंद करके ज्यादा लंबा, जैसे मैं डोवरलेन म्यूजिक कॉन्फ्रेंस में सवाई गंधर्व में बजाता हूँ, उतना लंबा आलाप नहीं करूंगा, मगर जब तबले की आवाज आएगी तो ही आंख खोलना। ईमानदारी से एक आंख खोल के मत देखना। एक जगह का एक जोक सुनाऊं, सच्ची घटना है, जोक नहीं है। एक जगह, प्रिंसिपल मैम आप भी सुनिए, एक जगह मैं बजा रहा था, बच्चे इससे अच्छे नहीं थे, इतने ही अच्छे थे जितने यहां हैं। सब बच्चों ने आंख बंद कर लिया था। एक बच्चा ऐसे देख रहा था एक आंख से। मेरा उस पर नजर पड़ा और मैंने, सब लोग का आंख बंद, तो वो इतना इनोसेंट था, इतना वो सिंसियर था। बोलता है, सर, आई वॉज ट्राइंग टू सी वेदर यू आर रियली प्लेइंग और देर इज सम कैसेट यू आर प्लेइंग फॉर अस। इतना ईमानदारी से बोल रहा हूं कि मैं कोई इधर फोन पे म्यूजिक बजा के ऐसे नहीं बोलूंगा कि मैं बजा रहा हूं। ऑनेस्टली मैं बजाऊंगा। आंख बंद करेंगे 10 मिनट के लिए, 9:30 मिनट। राग वृंदावनी सारंग मैं सुना रहा हूं, दोपहर का राग है। अर्ली इवनिंग भी बोल सकते हैं, टिल 5:15 तक बज सकता है। ओके? मैं मल्हार डर से नहीं बजा रहा हूं, नहीं तो जाते वक्त बारिश 3 बार मेरे जीवन में ऐसे हुआ, मेरे नहीं, भगवान मेरे गुरु जी का आशीर्वाद कि मैंने बजाया और बारिश हो गई मल्हार का राग, इसलिए मुझे डर लग रहा है। कभी कभी म्यूजिक जब सिद्ध हो जाती, सिद्धि प्राप्त हो जाती है आपको, तब ऐसे होता है। 3 बार हुआ, इसीलिए उसको भगवान का एक चमत्कार मानना चाहिए। 3 times it happened in my life that I played and there was lot of गर्मी, हीट, और बजाने से बारिश शुरू हो गई। मल्हार बजा रहा था मैंने। इसीलिए आज नहीं बजा रहा हूँ, आज दोपहर का राग, क्योंकि सुनने को ज्यादा स्पीक में के कॉन्सर्ट या तो सुबह होते हैं या तो शाम को। बजाने के बाद, ये आइटम होने के बाद क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन भी होगा। आप लोग कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं। विल रियली एंजॉय दिस सेशन। लेट्स एक्सपीरियंस द सोल सर्चिंग म्यूजिक। आपका समय शुरू हो गया, आंख बंद कर लीजिए। राग वृंदावनी सारंग। तबला जब आएगा तो आंख खोलिएगा। Don't worry. लगा एक्सपीरियंस? पीसफुल? थैंक यू। मैंने कम किया, आप वहां से थोड़ा मास्टर बढ़ा दीजिए, मास्टर। फर्स्ट क्लास। अजीत पाठक। बच्चों इसको एक में 3 बोलते हैं तीसरा जाति, मतलब तीसरे 3 times faster than the original tempo. 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Either I will do 3 in 1 or I will do 6 in 1. Means it is one of the same thing. But speed you will understand. It's something to understand, something to feel. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. This 6 in 1. इतने सुंदर अजीत जी के सोलो के बाद 3 ताल में चलते हैं कॉमन टेम्पो। दिन दिन नाना 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 थोड़ा सा Volume control. Thank you, kids. It's such appreciative. I feel like playing few hours, but no, we respect the time. आपका धीरे धीरे आएगा? बोलते हैं ट्राई करता हूँ। धीरे धीरे पूरा यहाँ से पाम से बसता है, देखते हैं इनसे बसता है कि नहीं। कम हो गया, सबका कम हो गया। एक्चुअली पावर फ्लक्चुएट हो रहा है, नो प्रॉब्लम। आप हाथ से चला लीजिए, थोड़ा वॉल्यूम बढ़ा के देखिए तबले का, अगर हो सके तो, नहीं तो ठीक है। उन्होंने मैक्सिमम ट्राई किया एक्चुअली। थोड़ा बढ़ेगा मास्टर, बस। थैंक यू सो मच। धीरे धीरे इंटरेस्टिंग है। ये दोनों जवाब देंगे, ये भी देंगे और ये साथ में। He didn't play. This one he didn't play perfect. Correct. Now it's correct. Previously it was not correct. You agree with me? Okay. Okay. Thank you, children. आप लोग के यहाँ इतने प्यारे बच्चे इतने डिसिप्लिन से अनुशासन से बैठे हुए हैं. थैंक यू सो मच.
So Pandit ji, I have a few questions and the students also have a few questions.
Sure.
So whom would you prefer should start off the questions?
I think you should start.
Okay, all right. So this section was entitled Unpacking the Toolkit for Success. So my first question to you would be that what should be the 3 key elements that should be present in one such toolkit? If we were to put together a toolkit, which 3 elements should be most critically present in that toolkit?
Your toolkit can have many important things, but as she said very rightly, what are those 3 elements that should be in your toolkit? First, to me, is definitely sincerity, devotion, and samarpan. Means when you devote yourself to anything, you just cannot go wrong. You have to achieve, you should achieve, and you will.
Thank you, Panditji. So my second question to Rishikesh is, you grew up in this family of musicians and from very early age, you were surrounded by music.
Yes.
So was this a conscious choice for you, or did you have some other goals and aspirations in life?
Actually, it was my privilege that I was born in this family. But being in this surrounding, I was always it been like I came into this. It became my hobby and it became my profession at the same time from the tender age. So it was my choice and it was my privilege to take this as profession and be into this 24/7.
Great, wonderful. So, so was your guru, your father, a very strict teacher?
To be honest, he's not strict. To be honest, into music and without music, I will say that he's the best dad I could ever get.
Yeah.
So I am very privileged to get the best dad one could ever get.
Thank you, Rishikesh. So Panditji, we are here all educators, heads of institutions, students. So what do you think is the impact of a guru in a student's life?
The first, in fact, Guru starts with the humanity. Guru teaches us, the student, to be a good human being first. He tells the student what to think. He tells the student what to be away from. He tells the student, that's why it's called Gurukul Vidya. Gurukul means when you stay with Guru, Sahevas, Sangme Vas. Means when you stay with Guru, you watch Guru how he is. You think, I wish I could talk like him. I wish I could walk like him. I should play like him. Then you start thinking, I wish I could be him. So the impact is immense. Rom mein bhar jata hai. So impact is so much of your teacher, your guru on you, that in the beginning you be like your guru only. then you start finding your own identity. Before your own identity, you have to be like your guru. First, you play like your guru, then only you can be different, no? Otherwise, I can tell you, oh, you can't play like your guru, how can you be different? In the beginning, you cannot say, I'm different. In the beginning, you can be like your guru. His shadow. And then be different. Find your own identity, find your own style, because you look different. As Osho said, you look different. You are different. How can you be like someone? Then you start finding your own identity, your own style, and then you don't copy. You are not copycat anymore. Then you find your, like many singers or, you know.
Thank you, Guruji. Now I'd like Swastika, a student of grade 10, to ask her question. She had a question. Swastika, would you like to come up here?
Panditji, could you tell us what music means to you?
To be very, 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 very honestly, it's my lifeline. I think music, I eat music, I sleep music, and sometimes it bothers me that I'm surrounded by it so much that I'm sleepless in the night because the melody is going on and I'm practicing without even practicing. So it is a lifeline for me.
Thank you, Panditji. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You're most welcome.
Arsalan, you had a question? If we can have a mic there for the students so that this will go quickly. Arsalan, you can take the mic.
They have.
Panditji, my question is that in your whole career, did you ever think that music is not built for you, or did you ever think that, you need more practice and this isn't for you?
Oh, that I feel every moment, that it is not enough for me and I need more practice. But human body allows you a certain amount of hardship. And but I'm sure there is no end to it. I could improve more. And every time I touch my instrument, I realize how much I don't know. Okay, before realizing how much I know. That is not just the humbleness, that is truth. One day not practicing, you will not know, but I will know the difference. What difference I feel while playing, what kind of, ease is not there in my playing.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Fantastic question.
Hello, Panditji.
Yeah.
Where do you think you would have been if you wouldn't have chosen music as a career? Like,
I would have been Mahendra Singh Dhoni. I'm sure I won't be, but I would be at least second choice after him because I was a very good cricketer. Even at the age of 45, I played around 13 years ago for Bombay Times, for Glamour page 3 it's called. And myself, I really could still hit the ball very well. And I could be very good sportsman.
thank you so much.
No, they should know this. I mean, this is fantastic.
Thank you, Panditji. This has been a most fascinating session, and the students, I'm sure, have a lot to take home. And, the peace and calm on their faces that I see are because of that, the soulful meditation that they did along with your flute playing. So thank you very much for this session. Thank you.
If you want to ask something, don't be shy. Yeah, she has been raising her hand. Why not? Please come, quickly. Yes, take the microphone. I just want all of you to be so happy and so satisfied and so much, content you should have.
So Panditji, my question is, who was your inspiration?
My first inspiration was definitely my father, who was not a full-time musician. My father is no more, and but he was still a very good flute player. As I said in the beginning, he was disciple of Panna Lal Ghosh, Bose, Mittir. Well, that's Bengali saying. So he really inspired me. He said always rolling stone gathers no moss. One of his quotation was, जो पत्थर घिसता है उसमें काई कभी नहीं जमती. So rolling stone gathers no moss. If you practice daily, you will never have problem. So he was my first, because his quotation, charity begins at home, rolling stone gathers no moss, or many thing he wrote, small quotations, which I will never forget and which will always, inspire me in my whole life. So after that, Pandit Ravi Shankar, Bharat Ratna Pandit Ravi Shankar ji, definitely still he is my mentor and he is my biggest inspiration.
Thank you.
I wish I could be him. Are you all happy? कितना, इतना कि इतना? ये बात. Thank you so much.